Hello everyone, I'm Nancy Jules and today let's learn about a short story by Ruskin Bond, and the short story is The Thief. Our writer Ruskin Bond was born in 1934 in Himachal Pradesh, and he is an Indian author of British descent, and at the age of 17 he wrote his first novel, The Room on the Roof, and this novel won him the John Llewellyn Rice Prize in 1957, and he also received Sahitya Akademi Award for English Writing in India in 1992, and for the work Our Trees Still Grow in Dera, and he was awarded Padma Shri in 1992 and Padma Bhushan in 2014. So the story The Thief is in first person narrative, and when the story opens the speaker says that he is a thief, and he says that when he met Arun, another character in the story, he was an experienced thief by then. He was only, the speaker says that he was only 15 by then, but still he was successful in his profession as a thief. And the thief, remembers that he met Arun near the wrestling ground watching the wrestling going on. And he then describes about Arun. He is about 20 years old and he is tall and lean, and he looked like a kind and simple man. And the speaker says that he looks kind and simple and is easy for my purpose. Like, see, he is a simple man and he can be, cheated easily. And then it says that we had a chat about wrestling. That is, our speaker went near Arun with his purpose of looting him in his mind, and the speaker and Arun started to have a chat about the wrestling that is going on. While having the chat, Arun asked the speaker about his name, and the speaker lied and said that his name is Deepak. And then he remembers that it was about his fifth name that he takes, because as he is a thief, as his purpose is wrong, or he doesn't want to reveal his real name. So earlier he called himself Ranbir, Sudhir, Trilox, and Surinder, and now the fifth name Deepak. And later he saw Arun slowly walking away from the ground, and he immediately followed him and asked for a job. And he also tried to flatter him by saying that you look like a gentleman, you look like the appropriate person to work for, so can you please give me a job? Our speaker asked Arun, and he denied for a few times, saying that he doesn't have money to pay and he doesn't have such a job to offer. And finally, Arun hired him as a cook. Okay, actually, Deepak lied that he can cook well, and Arun took him to his room. The next day, Arun taught him how to cook and to write his name and that of Arun's. And Arun also promised to teach the speaker to write full sentences and how to add money on the paper. And the speaker thinks, if I don't have any money in my pocket, what is the need to learn how to count and how to add money on a paper? And Deepak remembers that it was a pleasant experience to work for Arun, and he had to make tea in the morning. It's morning, okay, and then he went for shopping. And while taking his time in shopping, he made a profit about 25 paise a day. And even Arun know that he made a little this way, but he never minded. And anyway, the speaker says that it is justifiable since he was not giving me a regular wage. And the thief or the speaker or Deepak is really grateful to Arun for teaching him how to write. Because he knew the importance of education. Deepak says that there won't be any limit for him if he knows how to write and read. And then it says that if I am educated, then it will be a motivation for me to be honest, to lead an honest life. And then Deepak remembers that Arun made money well, and he would go out and celebrate lavishly. And one day when he came back, he had a bundle of notes in his hand, and he tucked it under his mattress before sleep. And uh, our Deepak says that even though he had several opportunities to what cheat him, to rob him, he actually never did, because Arun was the most trusting person the speaker had ever met. So his conscience never allowed him to rob Arun. And Deepak remembers that he always had access to his room even when Arun was not there, but he never tried to steal anything. And then the speaker or the thief or Deepak talks about his ethics or his ideas about robbing. According to him, it's easy to rob a greedy man because he deserves to be robbed, and it's difficult to rob a poor man because his condition is pitiful. And to rob someone who really doesn't care being robbed is really difficult. So Arun us, someone like that, because he might not even care about getting robbed. And our Deepak find it difficult to take a decision. Anyway, he says that if he was such a careful or a greedy man, he would have never left that bundle of knots like that under the mattress so carelessly. And then happened a conflict in his mind whether to rob Arun or not. Okay, so his conscience and his urge to steal was in conflict. And finally, he found an excuse that Arun is not even paying me, and if he don't take this money, he'll only waste. Arun will only waste it on his friends. He will only spend it lavishly. So he deserves to be robbed. So finally, at night, he crawled in his legs and arms towards Arun's bed and stole that money. He then immediately ran across the street to the station to catch Amritsar Express by 10:30. On the way, he counted the money, and there was about 100 rupees in notes of 5. Then he reached the station. The train was Amritsar Express was moving slowly, but his body hesitated to move. It was moving slowly enough for him to climb, but he stood there. He can't decide whether he should go or not. As he was watching, he was standing there. The train left, and he stood there alone in the deserted platform. Let's look what happened to him or what he decided in the next video. Thank you.